is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
The first carry down for Dalvin Cook. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. A give to Cook out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, Jones. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by David Moore. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. And we'll see if that pick 6 looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Dalvin Cook is running back, the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Well, they've moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 29-yard line.
the 30.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
At the 31. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
On play action, they'll throw. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. That's a gain of 13, 1st down Rams.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking 1st down.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. The 20, 10, touchdown, L.A.
Los Angeles.
A great play there. 61 yards. And the Rams tack on to their advantage.
Lambeau lining up for the point after.
They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was, and if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. That's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They run, Cook, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Now Jones. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 36 yards on the play.
Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling these playoffs, and the defenses that can avoid giving them up, but they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit them, then you got a chance to get to the ultimate game.
On 1st and 10, Jones. Double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler who puts it, and he's going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. It had been a near-perfect beginning to this football game. Already a double-digit lead first quarter, but their first misstep.
And you know how it is, partner. Sometimes when everything's going right, you start to feel like you can do just about anything you want on the field. This one didn't work out. If I were him, I'd go to my defensive captain and say, pick me up, my man. Help me out.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Taken down.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Operating from the gun, Jones. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Throwing, Jones. The defense up to snuff in coverage there. Pushes this to 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And his kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. They got the interception, but very little movement after. That forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
5-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out.
Look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Vikings pick up the football. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. There are two words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you've got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
The ball carrier.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And that is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
4-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive.
At the 26-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now this time he'll look to throw. Man over the middle, and it's complete.
The pass.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Rams.
They'll look to throw here on first down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
On the play.
Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10, down at the 33. After one, 14-6 our score on EA Sports. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line.
Rams ball carrier.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
He'll buy some time, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Daniil Hunter. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Enough to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's got a man open. That's Marshall. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. He'll look to throw. And this ball's tipped and intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it, and he returns it here to his own 18-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Cook. And he goes across the 20 to the 22.
33.
Down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Vikings on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, Jones. He's got it. They bring him down. Darrell Taylor coming in to drop it for a long loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Taking it about the 36.
Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards.
And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
At the Vikings' 47-yard line.
Coming up on 2nd and 7.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. On the move to his left. And it's incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And thee coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Jones setting up the screen for Cook. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
No gain on
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. So this punt sails out of bounds across midfield. Now the question, they're going to spot it right at the 40, the 40-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our run.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, But I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
To number 2. It's a gain of 11. And it's 3rd down.
He'll look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
4th down.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And now the clock reads precisely 1 minute to go in the half. You want to run the 1-minute offense? This is a good test right here.
It certainly is, and definitely not a time to think about kneeling and going into the half. This is a chance to attack a little bit, but not having to get everything in one shot either. 10 yards here, 15 there. Work the sidelines, work the clock, give yourself a chance for at least a field goal going into the half.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So 3rd down, and defensively the Rams have added 2 extra DBs. Looking to throw. Jones. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
At the 40-yard line.
Jones now on 1st and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Off play action. Jones. Oh, Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. On is Josh Lambo for the field goal try. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will extend their lead here to 17-6. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Give him 9 yards there on what will be the final play of this first half. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. This will make it into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
6-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That catch moves him over 100 yards now for this wild card game. And a first down as well. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete.
The pass.
It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll make it second down.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2. At the 50-yard
From
line.
the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
And the Rams first down.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Losing yardage back at the 40. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
A loss of 2 yards, and it's 3rd down.
And he will find his man on the outside. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. He'll try it. And it's a throw. And the Vikings pick up the football. A big seam, and he might go all the way. He's at the 40. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot, and that time he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not...
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Darrell Taylor able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Another try after the first down sack. Jones, he's going to get this one down to Cook. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 25, the 40, 20, 10. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for the Rams touchdown. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
And the lead is up to 18 now.
Makes the score Rams 24, Vikings 6.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. to throw. Jones quickly to Thielen here. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. It was Sebastian Joseph who got him down defensively.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 3.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Short throw to Smith. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter play. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wildcard matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. Operating from the gun, Jones. They'll dump this off to Cook. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. From the gun, Jones. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw again, Jones. It's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And the Vikings are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a 1st down. They'll run with Cook, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet, or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Up to midfield. Look at him go inside the 30. Is that it? He will take this all the way.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. And they're able to up the lead by one more.
Rams 31, Vikings 13.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And the fumble recovery was an important first step, but still a huge fourth-quarter hole to dig out of.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. On play action, they'll throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
Now an option play, and he'll keep it.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they can pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home, because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game, and on that last play, they actually went in reverse. I think this crowd would have liked neutral, don't you?
Yeah, neutral would have strongly been preferred. They'll take anything positive at this point.
The Vikings on 3rd down. A pretty anemic, a very anemic 1 for 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll run for it. Cook going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or 2. Dalvin Cook turned away on 4th down. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
Back to throw here. They'll roll him out right. And his throw is incomplete.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass.
They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. They'll run here with Akers. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Looking to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
They'll try and run for it. Going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or 2. The running play does not work from the 5 on 4th and goal. And the Vikings, they come up big down near the goal line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Saying their fans here are stunned would be an understatement. Things in this wild card round have not gone according to plan.
And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6.
That 1st down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. On 2nd and 9, Jones. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. They follow up the 1st down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all, and it leaves them with 3rd and long. And you know, this is the time of game where these drives really, really start to matter. They've got to make some moves.
They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. Consecutive gains of 1, 2, and now 3 yards brings up 4th down. And a disappointing way to close out the season. He got into the playoffs.